everybody. Welcome to the Survivor Buffs, Blindsides, and Banter podcast. It's the podcast made by superfans with superfans for superfans. I'm your host, Buckles, and with my mate, Mac. Mac, how you doing?
Buckles, on man, I'm doing great, but I guess more importantly, how are you going? You've just come back from Thailand. While some of us keep, the podcast wheels turning. I had to do it, with my wife last week. You weren't here.
That was a get. That was a get of a guest, wasn't it? That was just you just shot for the moon.
when it's dire straits, situation critical, you go to your number one, and I guess. She's my number one ally in life, and I thought it was a pretty good podcast, to be honest. But what did you listen to it even?
Oh, mate, of course I listened to it. It was awesome. I very much enjoyed it. I was a bit worried you weren't going to get to the other tribes. You was on Labu the entire time, but you got there eventually.
Well, it was a very good episode. A lot of Lavo stuff. What did you think of the episode, actually, while we're talking about it? Because it was pretty huge, biggest episode for a long time, really, in maybe a couple of seasons. Did you love it, or was it just me?
Look, I missed being on the podcast. I would have loved to have been there with you and Jackie, or just you, or just Jackie. It would have been fucking amazing. That was an awesome episode. Holy crap. I told you this season's good. I've been calling that since the start. Now you know. Now you understand. We are in for something special.
You've been saying it, but then we got tonight's episode, which was fine. It was fun, yeah. I thought they built it up as this big twist, new twist, and that's what we got. And it was underwhelming is a word.
Yeah.
I didn't love the twist. I didn't think it was overly fantastic, but I guess we got a bit of stuff to get to before we get there. So
it's the new Survivor, mate. This is new Survivor. Aren't you? No, fuck it. Let's start it with the twist. Let's just start it with the twist, man. Like, come on, dude. Two bloody tribes. Weren't you worried for a second they might change it from 3 to 2 tribes?
Wouldn't that be a breath
my
of fresh
heart
air?
was in my stomach. I just couldn't handle it.
It was just like the way they'd pumped the promos up last week. We've never done this before. And you haven't, because why would you? It's not even a good twist. Like, you can have like a couple of hours together mixing with the other tribe. I think all week I've been like, what could it be? What could it possibly emerge? And then when they're coming in and you see the 2 colors, I'm thinking, how good is this? 3 tribes of 2. This is what we want. We want to see tribes of 7 or 8 fighting each other with people we love and mixed together. Fantastic. And then we got nothing, and not much came of it either. Like a couple of things were told, right or wrong, but I don't know. Was it underwhelming for you, or is this me? Am I just upset with this?
Yeah, it was underwhelming for me. It was definitely underwhelming for me. There was some good stuff that came out of it. Obviously, like Teenie goes by herself, so that's a huge thing for her, feeling like she's on the bottom. So that I really enjoyed that. And obviously you could see the Tuku, who obviously are making it to the merge in pretty much intact other than losing the one. Like seeing them and what they like, just the Gabe versus Tiana.
That came to a head.
It was a bit of fun. There was definitely fun coming out of it. Them blowing it up so much, they overplayed their hand.
That was probably the issue, I guess.
Just this much. Like you saying gets this much. Missed it by that much.
Just a little bit. But it's fun. It's fun to see, like, obviously cross-tribal pollination. We're seeing conversations between people we don't usually see, but it seemed more like a gossip session. It wasn't like bonding, vibing sort of thing. It was more like, what dirt do you have in your tribe? And it's like, some people played it better than others. I guess we'll start with Tiana. It's fine to throw people under the bus, but not in a way that's so aggressive and so over the top. You want to seem workable, but when you're so negative, I think it gives the wrong vibe.
Subtlety. See, did you see Andy tonight? Subtlety.
Andy was great.
Well, I guess, and the truth is, I can actually blame why the twist maybe didn't pop off the screen so well, and that was because the Gutter tribe, which was the tribe that eventually went to tribal council, really didn't apply themselves to the social hour. They weren't giving up everything. They were really sort of keeping their cards close to their chest. They were absorbing information. They weren't really giving up anything. So the social hour did absolutely nothing for this episode in the long run.
Yeah. And I mean, there probably will be ramifications at the merge with some of the stuff about Gabe and I guess
Gabe's
people know.
fucked.
Yeah, well, it seems to be that's the biggest thing coming out of it. But if we're back to Gutter, like I think Sam and Rachel handle it the worst, if anything. To say to these people from both the other tribes, we're a tight five. We do everything together. Like we're like a family. It's like this is not what you want to show going to a merge, because if you're a tight five, then everyone will just want to target that five. They won't want to join the team that's tight because they'll just be the sixth person. So I think you want to seem fractured without being chaotic like Tiana was.
Yeah.
But you don't want to seem super close, even though if you are. So maybe Teeny was the one that benefits the most. Like,
Look, Teeny's definitely the one that benefits the most. I think neither tribe played it well. I think the social, like none of the tribes played it well. The social hour really fucked up and made Lavu even worse than it already was on both sides, mostly Rome back at camp, which we'll definitely get to eventually. But
yeah,
and then Tuku, it just exploded Tuku. It is ruined Tuku. Tuku as a 5 is not a thing. However,
no.
Gata, being that they went as a cohesion, gives these two separated tribes, both tribes separated. Teeny's telling everyone that she's separated. She's on the bottom. Tuku obviously separated to Tiana's dobbing Gabe in. You could see on Sue's face. I'm sure the other contestants saw on Sue's face, what the fuck? Why is she doing that?
Yeah.
They can be drawn to something that's cohesion. They can be drawn to a tight 5 because that might get them further. I don't see Lavu and Tuku teaming up together to get out Gata. Not that we got to worry about it because now Gata's destroyed, but yeah.
Yeah, but the only problem with joining like a tight 5 is once they get to 10, they have majority. So that's 3 votes away. And if you're the 6 in that 5, like you just, not that they will always go to the 5 together, but it possibly could happen. We saw like, was it the Reba 4? Was it with D and Austin? Was that Reba? Yeah. Yeah. They had 4 at the merge and they were the tightest 4 and they went to the end together. So it can happen. And I think, these people probably didn't see all the 46, I don't think. So they would have seen, all the 45 as their last full season. And what do they remember? They remember Reba 4 stuff together. So while it's good to be a tight 5, it's not good to show that. But now I guess now there are only a foursome left.
That's a threesome.
Well, I do think Rachel can work her way back in. I think she's pretty good. And I guess from the what do we call them, the social hour, her conversation with Carolyn, I thought was probably the most interesting thing. That those 3 seemed to bond together with Teeny. So I feel like Carolyn was probably the biggest winner out of that, with Rachel sort of there with her.
I think Teeny and Caroline came out of this the best, and Rachel did well. Unfortunately, going back to her tribe and not doing so well. But we will talk about. Oh, let's get into it. Can we talk about? Let's talk about Gata. Let's get to the vote. So, my man Andy, I wanted to wear my hair like him. It's just not sure enough.
Oh wow!
I almost wore a yellow. Yeah, I almost wore a yellow shirt. I like my man Andy. We've been talking about it. He's getting the absolute dodo at it, and yet it seems sort of like he can play. Like, who's voting Andy out next? Who's voting Andy out next?
I think he's safe. Can he play? He obviously has ideas and some sort of chops for the game. Like I said, every week, his sort of redemption arc from the first episode, it's getting better and better. But, is he doing anything groundbreaking? I think, I like the way he narrated that whole scene where he spoke to Rachel and Annika and, he sort of sells himself as a free number, hoping they're going to give him a fake plan. They do that. He's like, yeah, I've told him to do this. But, what does that earn for him? At the end of the day, he still could have voted with Sam and Sarah and still got what he wanted. I know it's icing on the cake, but, is it necessary?
He's
we're giving him too much credit.
He's stretching. Oh, just getting into it. He's just working his way, building up a momentum towards this merge, towards this end game that's definitely coming for him, because who the fuck's voting out Andy? Seriously, no, I agree. Look, his story is being built up for us so much on TV. His character is so huge that we're getting a lot of him. We're getting a lot of Dodo. We're getting a lot of, as of recent, good stuff since the first episode. There's been some not bad stuff. And he has been working on Sam. He has put in the work with Sierra, good and bad. Last week, I would have said bad. Dobbing Sierra's shit into Sam straight away. the Breadwinner Alliance. But good and bad, he is putting in the work, and we're seeing that. And it's been really entertaining to watch. Tonight's vote was very, very entertaining. It was not Andy's decision who was going home. It was Sam and Sierra's. I'd love to be a fly on the wall between those two. Like, how the fuck did they get on the same page? Sierra made the wrong move for herself tonight.
You think so?
Fuck yeah.
Explain to me why.
Andy literally last week on the last episode, Andy dobs the Breadwinners Alliance that she told him in confidence straight to Sam, and then Sam goes straight to her and tells her. Andy is for Sam, not for her. Sam, 100, great move by Sam. It was very smart of him to hold that idol close to his chest and not play it. I really like that.
Yeah.
I also like the confidence that he's not going home. But Sierra, she had the girls. She had Sam. If she could convince Sam to go with her, that was the best play. Was to keep the girls and Sam on her side. She goes in the merge with the most numbers. They've got to know the merge is like one vote away.
Yeah, well, it's at the same spot every season for the last 7 seasons, and literally the 6 episodes merge. Yeah, probably. Like the thing with the Sierra, I guess, decision is everyone thinks you and Sam are a pair. So if you go with Sam and Andy and isolate Rachel, you sort of have no choice but to stick with Sam, and it's this self-fulfilling prophecy. Like they'll be seen as a pair next week, they'll be targeted, and I'm pretty confident like one of those two will be going home. Like. I think she needed to sort of split with him, like you said, go with the girls. But that being said, without Annika's vote, it's a 2v2 situation. Unless you can get Sam on board, which he didn't want to budge, and that's fair enough.
And Andy had an idol in his pocket. So that's why I want to know if I want to be the fly on the wall between those two, because did Sam just force the hand? Because he could. He genuinely could.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like 2v2, and I'll play my idol for one of us. Yeah, and she's not probably voting Sam. She wants Sam.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think what we saw was Sam's like, I don't want to wait. If Sarah was saying to Sam, if you use the idol, it breeds distrust with Andy because you haven't told them that you've got it. And then he's like, oh, maybe I'll vote out Andy and just so I can use the idol. I'm thinking that was the dumbest thing he's ever said. But he didn't do that. Credit to him. So maybe, the conversation was brought up saying, oh, I'm going to save Andy with my idol if you wanted to go that way with the girls. But then if you do that, while saving him, you also breed distrust. So probably made the right call not to use it. I thought it would have been stupid to use it. But yeah, I think I agree with you with this whole Sierra went the wrong way. Yeah.
Look, if Sam plays the idol on Andy, I feel like it takes all that distrust away. Now, if he plays on himself and Andy doesn't know about it, completely understand Andy doesn't trust Sam no more. But Sam's got this thing. He told it to himself, and like a few people that found it with him know about it, but he's kept it, not knowing if he can 100% trust Andy up until this point because they haven't voted together properly. He plays it on Andy. All that mistrust is gone because he's just saved Andy's life. So I don't see an issue there.
You have to remember that Andy found this idol and then didn't take it and came back half hour later, it was gone. And he told Sam that. So Sam's lied to him for like over a week about this idol. So I'd be pretty filthy, even if it was used to save me. I'd be like, well, you didn't trust me then, but you might trust me now. So it's like, well, how strong is our bond? You should have told me earlier.
But then Sam just comes back and it's like, you literally turned, like you told everyone who your best friend was in the game in front of
and turned it on.
I feel like Andy's the sort of person he'll forgive and forget. He's not someone to hold a grudge. He just wants to play the game. He's a numbers man. He just wants to play the game. Anyway, let's stop talking about the hypotheticals. Let's talk about what actually happened. And great move for Sam. Obviously, Andy gets through a vote, and there's technically another number if they say it was another tribal council.
Yeah.
And Sierra, do we still I don't know if you convinced me that this was a good move for Sierra. Do you think this was a good move for Sierra?
No, you convinced me. I was I hadn't really thought about it yet because we just watched the episode. I don't think it was a good move. I think what you're saying was absolutely correct. I think going with Sam is bad for her because they're a pair. They're a power couple. And power couples, they're the most dangerous people in the game. Because that's what everyone remembers. Boston Rob and Amber have ruined it for every single person. You can't be a male-female alliance anymore who are both young, fit, good-looking. It just doesn't work. You're not allowed to.
Whereas Women's Alliance, like that's
Same thing.
like obviously it comes up every single season. They always do it. It never works out. It hasn't worked out for years, but they try to bring it up every season. And the truth is, the only people that hate it is the men. And if there's less men in the game than women, like that's not a bad thing. And like Rachel already talked of and brought to Sierra, there's Caroline, there's Teeny, like there's a few others that are keen to do this. And that could have been something like Teeny and Caroline, and who was it? Annika? Who went on the journey last week? Who got the was
Andy. Andy got it.
Andy. Oh,
from
Andy.
Gaza.
Yeah, from Gaza. Oh, yeah. Well, like Caroline and Teeny already got that friendship from the journey. And then this is now even more solid. They push a women's alliance, especially after that conversation with Rachel. And Rachel probably should have blown that up and made it bigger, like as big as it could have been. Like, we've got this when we go to the merge. We've got this to Sierra.
Yeah, I think the conversation we saw at the social hour with Teeny, Caroline, and Rachel, this happens every season, and they always hint at a women's alliance, and rarely does it happen. Like even in the modern day, like I think they want the audience to believe it could happen again, like back when the Black Widow did it. Remember that one time it happened ever?
Yeah.
And they always hinted it. And I think for the players, power couples, women's alliance, any excuse to get someone out is so easy to throw under the bus because we've seen it happen. It's historic in Survivor. So if you can sort of paint a picture you've seen before, seen dominate into your current game, and get people to believe this is happening again, we can't let this happen again, then it's so easy to get behind that plan. So it's just a tool to get whoever you want out if they're part of people, like make that alliance that we don't like. Oh, I don't like Sam, so he's in a power couple. Or I don't like Rachel, she's in a women's alliance. Yeah, whatever it is, any excuse.
No, that's completely fair. The truth is, Teeny and Caroline, if they want a women's alliance, I think they're getting one. They have the social capital on it everywhere. So if they decide there's a women's alliance, I think these two could be the one to bring it back and to actually steamroll it and pursue it to the end. I think they've got a good chance. For social players, that's who I think. Like they are the Parvies, they are the Suri of this season to a certain extent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a female, obviously, but like, do people still want gender-based alliances? Don't you want alliance based on I'm not, common interest? Common,
as I said, the only people that dislike women's alliances are men.
No, but I don't believe that's true.
So I don't want one, but at the same time, like it's a strategy. It's just another strategy. Just like as you said, the power couple, using the power couple, you bring people together with a common interest, goal, or gender. It works.
No,
if you can bring people together and you get alliance.
No. So the thing is, I'm saying it doesn't happen because even the women don't want it to happen. Like, why would you want to base an alliance on something so arbitrary as gender? Like, I don't want to align with men because I don't get along with all men. I want to align with people I get along with who have the same interests and same goals as me and want to help me get to the end. I don't want to align with people just because they're men.
I agree completely. However, Sierra, in this exact circumstance, this one example, what is her best move here? Her best move, going into a very soon merge, she knows it's coming up, to go with Andy, who's made an absolute jackass of himself in front of fucking everyone, or Sam, who is her power couple partner, and everyone knows about it. Is it smart to go with those two or to go with two girls, one of which has a friendship, has made a private friendship with two other people from another tribe, bringing up the mantra of women's alliance? What is the best move for Sierra there? Tell me. Tell me.
Yeah, I mean, the more we talk about it, the more obvious it is that she made the wrong call because you get out of the power alliance. You're now with two loyal people, loyal soldiers that want to work with you. You have a name, breadwinners. Named alliances are very rare nowadays. So once you have an established name, like it seems silly to not go with them. Yeah. Like it just seems ridiculous. But here we are. And
here we are. She didn't go with them. She went with Sam. And Annika is devastated. How
good was that?
Dude,
how good was the end of the episode?
that, like, I don't get moved. I don't have any emotions to this game most of the time. Like, other than anger at Banu. Oh, fuck, I brought his name up again. Fuck you, Banu.
The memory of Banu lives on.
But seriously, like, her just being speechless at tribal council, just like not knowing how to respond, how to get, and obviously that's her overconfidence. That's her own overconfidence going into that tribal council, thinking she's just got it all made and not putting the work in to make sure she has it made. So I'm not saying this is not her fault. Like it's not something she could have changed. I'm just saying, like, her walking out and then in tears, she was a full leader. Like, she was a leadership person, and obviously leadership is crying's not something that comes around with leadership. Like, usually it's not something that is, they usually don't go hand in hand. And it was really moving. And I really felt sorry for her. Like, I was devastated for her. I felt emotion. I felt sadness. I could see, because this is her dream and it was cut so short. She's going to go home. And in the words of our social media manager, she's going to go home. Everyone's going to be like, oh, you're on Survivor. And she's like, yeah, but I got nothing. I didn't do a whole lot. I'm not probably going to get much of an edit because I wasn't part of the actual storyline. I got nothing and I didn't go far. And this is her dream being crushed. If we got on, this is our dream being crushed. Say you got voted out 4th or 5th in the season. Would you be devastated?
We have very different reactions, very different emotions for the Annika boot. I loved it when she got up, just incredulous. Like, you're kidding me. You chose Andy over me? I'm such a stable, loyal Survivor player, Alliance member. And you chose Andy, the reckless Andy, the haphazard, this man, this doofus over me? It was hilarious. It's like, who did this? And I loved how Andy put up his hand. He's like, Andy, you didn't do this. And
it was me.
Sam claiming it as well. It was just so good. I'd love to see this from players who actually care. Like, more players should be upset when they get voted out. It's fine to be upset. It's a natural reaction. The only time I felt sorry for her when she actually was crying walking down the path, but everything before that was absolute TV gold. It turned this episode into an average episode, and it just had a little upturn right at the end. It was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Look, yes,
the best of it, Andy waves. Andy waves at the end, just like, no. I loved it. I was actually laughing out loud for that.
Yeah, I probably didn't start feeling. I definitely enjoyed that part, but at the same time, was like, you feel sorry for him, but yet it was funny. It wasn't really till she was like just full on. You could see how hurt she was. The walking down the path was what sort of drove that home for me. The devastated, like, she couldn't even get her exit interview. Like, imagine that being your final exit interview. Like, your last piece on Survivor, like, and you're just so emotional with, like, grief. Like, you've just been backstabbed by someone you completely trust, blah, 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 blah. It obviously happens on Survivor every week, but you just can't even get, like, a good exit interview out. Like, that hurts. That hurts.
I think it's just overconfidence, you know. Like, it's fine to think you're playing a good game, but you've been to tribal council one time. So, like, you don't know if you're playing a good game because you've done nothing yet. You have no vote, so you can't even have an influence on the actual vote. And it's like, yeah, it's devastating. But, like, if you blindside someone else, the chances are it could happen to you. So you have to be ready for that, prepared. And, like, I know it would be, like, shocking to see that happen when you feel so confident, but you just got to be aware that other people are playing this game too. And no one's that good. I mean, there are some players that are that good, but she's not that good. I mean, come on, Annika, please. Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously this is proved tonight. She's not that good. Dismissing Andy. Let's be serious. You don't dismiss anyone. It's like, especially on a tribal 5, you haven't been to tribal council in what? I think it's like 10 days they hadn't been to tribal council. They were the first tribe to go to tribal council. So 9 or 10 days, you haven't been to tribal council. You could be going to merge with everyone in this tribe. You really need to try and build something with everyone, whether you like them or not. And obviously you're hungry, you're tired, blah, 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 blah. Between that, you need to build something with everyone, because what if they were the Tuku that got through and Andy was with her in merge? Wouldn't you prefer him being on a number for you than just jump over to the next tribe?
Yeah, especially in these small tribes of 6. Like, you need as many people as you can on your side, or just so they're not targeting you. If you're the one who's trying to work with them, generally they won't go for you if they aren't with you. They'll go for the other person who's not working with them. So maybe Rachel was more of that person who was more amenable and trying to be a bit more open to working with Andy, and maybe Annika was just so obvious that she wasn't. So her own downfall to me. I don't think it's not.
I don't think it's actually got anything to do with Andy. I think this is that Annika went home because of Sam. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Rachel, I feel like is a more malleable player, whereas Annika she was trying to be the leader. The truth is, Sam's trying to be the leader as well. They're both there, and they were just fucking rubbing.
They're butting heads.
That was just the horn. Yeah, they were butting heads, and that was the issue here. Today was more about Sam and Annika, and who went first. Sam went first. He went first before Annika even realized that it was a war yet. So
it was on.
So Sam wins the day. Andy was just the pawn in it. We loved watching Andy be the pawn in it because he's an entertaining fucking pawn. Rachel. What happens to Rachel? What the fuck? What does Rachel do from here? Does she kiss ass? They're going to merge? Does she kiss ass? Stay with these people? She still has a working relationship with Sierra, even if it didn't work this time. She wasn't voted out.
Yeah, I think she can come back from this. I do think probably the three that voted tonight. I reckon they'll just want her back in, and she has options at the merge, yes. She's met some people already, made this female alliance, perhaps. But I don't think she's in any danger. I just think she seems like a really level-headed player. Seems like she'll just find a way in somewhere. I think she's got a bit of Kenzie about her, She's got a bit of that person who can just sort of get along with everyone. She doesn't rub anyone the wrong way. Easygoing, fun, not so much fun, but nice. I think she has unlimited options at this point.
Yeah, I think Rachel. I actually disagree. I don't think she's a Kenzie player. I definitely think she's decent socially. She's not as good as Kenzie socially, but I think she's a lot better strategically. She's made a mistake here. She's made a mistake here, and I think she's going to learn from that. I think she's the type of player that she's going to be like, "Fuck, I really fucked up here. I discounted Andy. I discounted that there could be a plan against this, and I really stuffed up. What do I do from here?" Now, I think it's in her best interest to stay the fuck away from Andy, Sierra, and Sam. It's in her best interest. As soon as she hits Merge Beach, she gets into someone else's ear, gets the hell away from them, because it's been proven Sam and Sierra are working together. It has been proven. Sam and Sierra are targets number 1 next week. They are getting hammered as soon as it comes out. And all Rachel has to say is one thing. Pss, pss, pss. They got out Annika. Annika thought he was with them. And Sam and Sierra are targets number 1. So the best thing for Rachel to do next week is to get the fuck out of Carter.
Yeah, her job's easy. She can just confirm the suspicions that everyone already has. So she just has to say, yeah, they are a power couple. Yeah, they are running the tribe. Yeah, they just got my best friend out. So she doesn't have to do much. She just has to plant the seeds, maybe in a subtle way, unlike Tiana. And I think she'll be safe for a little bit here.
Yeah. Well, let's chuck up some fucking, what do we think could happen next? Who's safe and who's in jeopardy next week?
Are we doing predictions early?
No. We'll go predictions, but sort of a broad prediction. We'll just rock it through some names. Gabe in trouble?
Yes.
Done. Okay. Sue.
Sue's safe. Who's taking out Sue? Why would you want to take out Sue?
Exactly.
The old lady?
Caroline?
Come on.
Yeah. Caroline?
She's safe. She's probably one of the safest, I would say. She's in a good spot. She's got some. Yeah, she got the amulet threesome. She's got the bit of the girl sort of thing happening. She has Sue. She has Gabe. She's got options. I think Carolyn seems to be long for the game as well.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Kyle.
Same sort of thing. He just seems like a super likable guy. Your winner pick. He's not on a non-winning path. His tribe has got not much of an edit yet, but he's okay.
He's very good at these challenges, and he seems to be good at quite a few of the challenges. He whipped through those hooks. He just had trust in his ladder. He just had trust in his ladder. That's all he did. And if you trust your ladder, you just kind of flick off the hooks. And that's because he's in construction. So that helps. But he seems to be good at quite a few things. So I feel like, don't get me wrong, I don't see him going next week, but he's that hunter of this season. But maybe a bit better of a player.
But less threatening, I think, and
Less
just more
Hunter.
social, just more likable,
Yeah.
maybe less gamey. Hunter was
Yeah.
quite gamey, I think. Whereas Kyle just seems, because he's got that, I don't know if he's from the South, that Southern sort of charm. He seems to be like a little bit dumber than he probably is.
Florida, I think he's from. I think he's from Florida.
Oh, is it Florida? Okay, so
don't quote me on
he's a
that,
Gator
but I
man.
think so. He's a Gator
Gator,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
He just seems non-threatening.
Yeah. Let's just quickly rocket through these. All right, Tiana.
Tiana's hard because she's sort of painted, she's this negative vibe, which is never a good spot to be. Who wants to work with that? So I don't love her chances because she's got no alliance either. She's got no one that wants to work with her.
She's got Kyle.
Maybe a bit of Kyle. Yeah,
that's
I think he's
about
on the
it.
fence
Look,
now. eh?
and Gabe, I feel like Gabe goes in with more power, having Sue and Caroline sort of on his side.
Definitely.
Some sort of working relationship with Kyle, even if it didn't sort of work out back in the day. I feel like he's still got a friendship there. So, I think Tiana is in a little bit of trouble, but I definitely want to put her at the top of the list. Let's talk about who might be close to the top.
Go back to that because I think what Gabe has is he has two people vouching for him. When these girls do a fake girls alliance, Sue and Caroline are going to vouch for Gabe, and the one person they're not going to vouch for is Tiana. And now Gabe is hell bent on getting Tiana out. She was in a really tough spot here.
Yeah, I think
She could be an easy vote out.
Both of them are in tough spots, and I think if the girls put their fists up for Gabe, that's going to make him even more of a target in some ways.
No.
So anyway, they're both there. We're trying to get through this quickly, man. We're trying to just smash this. Okay, Tiana's done. Okay, so that is the Tuku tribe. Let's go on to the Labu tribe, and someone that I am worried about for next week, Rome.
Yeah, I am worried for Rome. It seems like it's all falling apart around him, and he's got that chaotic energy, which I think people will pick up on pretty quick. So Rome might have a tough struggle for a little bit. He'll find an idle butt. So.
Look, I feel like Rome's sort of long for this game as per his edit. So I don't think he's going home next week, but I think he's in trouble next week. I think it's hard to go on to Emerge Beach being Rome's personality and not be in trouble.
Yeah, he's a big personality, and now people know he's played an idol and stuff. Might come back to bite him.
Genevieve.
She'd be fine. Who's targeting Genevieve?
She is running this whole entire fucking game, and we've just not known about it till last week.
Yeah, well, that's right. So I think she'll find some people. She's got Teeny, she's got Soul, and when you have people that will back you up, it's hard to get them out. You want but the person that's going to go home next week is someone with no friends who no one cares goes home, which is probably Tiana.
Yeah, that's a really good call. Holy fuck. I guess we're doing predictions now. That is a really fucking good call. That is a very good call. Yes. I fucking agree with you. I think you're right. Okay. We're not doing that yet. Okay, Soul. Soul in trouble next week.
Soul may be in trouble because of the physical threat, sort of, the big boys go home at the merge. He's the biggest guy there. Proven to be a powerhouse and everything. The way he's throwing those sandbags, wow, he's got an arm on him. And he doesn't have a tight alliance. Can he merge with anyone? He's a bit older than most people in the game, except for Sue. But he's closer to her fake age, which is good.
Their fake age so close. They're within 3 years.
Bond over being in their 40s. But I think he's got just that calm demeanor. I like Soul a lot. I think I'd get along with him, I think. Yeah,
I think I'd enjoy his company as well. Okay. So it's Teeny. Is Teeny long for this game?
Teeny's safe. Teeny's safe. She's
safe.
Probably the most social person on the cast.
I think it's her and Caroline.
Find a way in.
Yeah, her and Caroline, Bam. They're the sort of the top two picks for me at the moment. They are. They would just kill it. They would just kill it. I think they're both very good.
I don't think Caroline's that good. She doesn't seem overly social either. She just found herself in a decent alliance for now. Whereas Teeny is actively, people like this person. Whereas I don't know if everyone loves Caroline.
I think Caroline makes strategic relationships easy, whereas Teeny is just socially amazing.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah.
I think Caroline's got a strategic relationship with every single person on her tribe. We haven't seen one with Kyle, but I think she's got one. She's just that sort of a person. And strategy-wise, I think she's probably up there as her and even what is it, Guinevere?
Yeah.
What's her name? Yeah, Guinevere.
Genevieve.
What's her name? Genevieve.
She's the Genevieve of Tuco.
Genevieve.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the Genevieve of Tuco. And yeah. Okay, and then then we get on to Gata. So what? Rachel, we think's safe. She's fine.
I think she's safe.
Easy. Yeah. Sam's fucked. Sierra's fucked.
But
Andy's fine.
But like I said, if you have people that back you up, this is the time where it matters. So Sam has two people in his corner. So does Sierra. So does Andy. So they're probably all safe, at least for a
All
vote.
three of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't see them going home next week. As you said, I genuinely think it's Tiana. I think you've just fucking sold me on that. I think Tiana's definitely going home next week. But Sam Sierra is fucked, and Andy's just an add-on to that I just don't think he's in trouble. This is just proven to everyone. This has been it's been talked about since episode 2. Sam and Sierra are a duo. Yeah. Like, are they in a relationship? No, they're not. Okay, are they the power couple? And it's been proven. It's been told that everyone's told them, and now they've been a tribal council since they voted off one of Sierra's closest allies. Rachel spills one word of that, and those two are really in trouble. And I think they've got between them. I think they've got the chops to get a little bit. But one of them's going, and it's going soon. One of them's going, one of them's going soon.
Yeah, I do think it's soon. I think if you had, they're obviously a top 3 with Tiana of to go home. Yeah. Maybe one will go next week, but I expect all 3 to be gone in the next 4 or 5 weeks. So yeah. They're all sort of on death row.
If Sam goes, I think Sierra could slide back under the radar. If
potentially
Sierra goes, Sam's always going to be a threat because he is good at these challenges as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He's got a weapon of an arm too. Just see him throw those bags.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
the whole body weight behind it. Just shit. Get out of the way.
They come over here. Come to Australia. Play cricket for us. The Mittagong team, second grade.
You're looking for players?
No, actually, we're not. They're all a lot better than me, so we're good. Right. But these baseball arms, it's not too bad to throw in from the circle.
Yeah,
from the boundary.
Let's get off cricket because people didn't come here for cricket conversation.
Cricket's amazing. Can we talk about cricket for half an hour? Is that okay? Okay. All right. What did you guys talk about last week? Who do you think went home last week? Are we good with this episode? We got enough about the twist. We're good. We got enough.
I want to talk about the chicken negotiation.
Oh yes, fuck! How did we forget that?
So Jeff loves negotiation, famously. I would say he's a poor negotiator in this situation.
I agree. He's lost out heaps.
Well, in any negotiation, you don't want to overplay your hand. And I think when Sam says we're not going to eat the chickens, he lost all leverage because now you have something that you don't want. If I'm selling you a car, I want to trade you a car for a TV or something. If I say I don't have a license, this car is now worthless to me, so you can give me nothing for it, and I'll probably still take it. So what going from 24 to 15 is a horrible deal for Jeff. He should have said 5, and they probably would have said yes. What do you think? I
thought he did say 5 at first. He said 5, and then he was like,
he said 15.
Oh, no, he said 5 per chicken. I'm like, what? You went straight to 15? That's not the Jeff I know. The Jeff I know is like, no, fuck yous. I want 4 of yous to sit out of this. And only 4. Yeah, I'm not moving. I'm not moving on 4.
I thought they were negotiating for a 6-pack of eggs like the second tribe got, and he should have said, "So you're coming here with something you don't want, and you want eggs for it? Are you kidding me? Get out of here! Come on."
Jeff's getting soft in his old age. He's getting older. He doesn't know how long he's going to be doing this. He's getting soft. Good on him. Good on him. It's nice of him. It's all the emotions these days. Spicy. It's being a bit spicier.
Yeah. When they walked in with the chickens, I thought, are they going to be like just chicken cheerleaders for this event? Like, are they just bringing them along to watch, or like a pet would? I was like, what is going on here? Why would they want to help with the
challenges? They should have helped Andy with the soaring.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. They pick into Sierra's leg. Yeah. Anyway, I just thought it was fun to note. As much as he loves negotiation, he sucks at it.
Yeah. I just don't understand his thingy behind it. Sometimes he gives them everything that they need, and sometimes he just says flat out, no, this is the deal. This is not a negotiation. I am the dictator. So it's just confusing. There's no precedence. I guess it's how happy is Jeff on the day that you go.
Yeah, it's definitely, he's a moody man, Jeff. If the Botox is not sitting well that day, maybe he gets a bit upset.
Oh, Jeff, we love you.
Yes, we
jeez.
do. Of course.
Okay. Chicken deal. And actually, do we want to talk about Luvu quickly? Just Luvu. Like,
Yeah.
Rome fucked himself. Just quickly, I just want to smash through this. Rome fucked himself lying to two people that are on the same beach, then letting them talk straight after.
Yeah. When the beach
Yeah.
has only got 3 people, it's very hard to tell 2 people different things and hope they don't talk to each other. They don't really have many people to talk to. So surely it's going to come up. It's just sort of unnecessary getting caught out like that. But it's sort of, to me, it seems like if this tribe were to go to tribal council, the Genevieve and Teeny are now the middlemen and they can choose to go Rome or Stoll. So whether that plays out in the merge will be interesting to see how those 4 shake up.
If anything, actually, I think Luvu has the greatest chance of the 4 of them sticking together.
So I think that's a ridiculous statement.
I think that is the best chance because they've worked together, because they know each other. And yes, they don't trust each other, but they know that they can be there for each other. Whereas the other 2 tribes, Tuku is very much split between Gabe and Tiana. I don't see them, those 2 ever working together. And the truth is, I don't see Rachel getting back with Sam, Sierra, and Andy at all.
Yeah, I mean,
I think she'll
Lava
kiss
has
their
been
bum, but she'll never go back with them.
Yeah, I think the tribe that goes to the most tribal councils is generally the strongest. I just think that the 4 of Lavo last week were all on different pages, and this week they're now on separate. They're now on another page from last week. So, like, to say they're going to be on the same page next week, I think you're tossing in there and hope it all lands on heads or something. Like,
what is it? The enemy of your enemy is my friend. If they're all enemies, then they're all friends.
So that logic doesn't work out. I
feel like it does. I feel like they have been in tribal council. They've all fucking blindsided each other. Like, everyone's blindsided everyone in some way on that tribe, and I feel like they could just bring it together for one vote. I genuinely believe they could. They
might vote together, but that's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think they have the most chance next week of voting together.
I'm going to say right now, everyone will vote the exact same way, except for one person that goes home. It's always a landslide vote. It's not going to be it's going to be 2 separate tribes. One tribe of 6 are going to go to tribal council, or they all go and 6 people don't have a vote, and it's going to be shit like that. And it's going to be a 5-1 vote or a 6-0 vote.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
I'll shoot my shot right here.
Well, let's get into what you guys said last week on.
Yeah, so in the video form, we're not doing that.
How do we do this? We're not doing this.
Predictions last week, for the audio, I edit that in. Leave this in, Marcus, that's fine for the video. So last week, I predicted that Carolyn will be targeted because of the amulet. I thought Tuku might lose. Obviously, it didn't happen. It was very hard. We tried to navigate around the twist and got it wrong. Yeah. So wasn't happening for me.
That's fine. And then what did Jackie say?
Jackie said Tiana, and I said, why? And she said, I don't know.
Thank you, Jackie. Love that wisdom. She's a super fan among super fans.
Yeah, so this is the in-depth detail we go to with our predictions.
Yes, yeah. Don't. All right, well, let's talk about what we think is happening next week on Survivor.
Right. So we sort of touched on it earlier. I mean, I'm going to probably stick with Tiana. I think
you've locked me in. I'm in with you. Everything you say, you're now saying for both of us.
Okay, why don't you take Tiana? I'll take someone else.
Well, fuck you. Okay, I won't be with you. Okay, I'll take Tiana. You take someone else. Done. Perfect. I'll take Tiana.
You take Tiana. I think she's on an island all alone. She's a bit of a physical asset too, like a beast threat. So she might be targeted that way. I'm going to go for Sierra. I think, the power couple, women usually gets targeted first. Sam might have an idol. People know. No, they don't know we found it, I guess. But I'll go Sierra just to be different from you because we can't have the same prediction. Come on.
Yeah, fair enough. No, that's fine. I'll go fuck myself. Okay. And
okay.
All right, let's have a chat. Let's talk about Annika. I know we've talked about her quite a bit actually at the start of this podcast, but let's talk about her. Let's rate her as a player, rate her as a character, her memorable moments, and will she return? Returning, not so much. And
I don't think so.
It's a no-go. It's a no. However, memorable moments. I feel like we got a few memorable moments. I think her exit tonight was her memorable moment.
Yeah, that was the one that stands out. I thought it was fantastic. Love the exit. I would love to see that more from players. Why don't we see it?
I don't know. I don't know. Because
Also, when Sam was
because it's just a
cutting the
game.
rope.
It's just a board game. It's just a board game.
Well, I think that's how she might have seen it. Yeah, so other memorable moment was when Sam was cutting the rope and almost, cut her head off. We spoke about that a few weeks ago. But Annika, as a player, like she probably thought she was doing really well, and she probably was. But it's hard in these small tribes of 5. There's nowhere to hide. If she's in a bigger tribe, she gets her alliance. She probably runs it all right. She's probably like a figurehead, which is not really the best place to be. I think it's just her personality. She's the boss sort of thing, which might have cost her. As a character, it sort of came across that way, and it wasn't really a likable character for me. She just sort of seemed a bit, overconfident and bossy, and that's sort of what I'll remember her as. What do you think?
I love that as a character. I enjoyed her character. I really found her a lot of fun for the little bit that we saw. I didn't see her that much. I thought she was entertaining. I thought she was a bit of fun, and her little feud with Sam, neither of them thinking the other person even knows they're in a feud, was pretty funny. So yeah, that was a bit of fun. Like, she was definitely smarter than Sam in some ways, which I found entertaining. But yeah, as a player, you don't want to be the leader, the figurehead. You don't want to be that, and she was leaning towards that. She was pushing towards that. She almost wanted that. Like, she wanted that. That was who she wanted to be, and that's not a good strategy. It's just not. And she had her alliance. She did the chicks thing. She seemed to be in with Sam. She thought as well, and she was just blindsided. And she oversight of overthinking that Andy's just not underthinking that Andy's got agency in this game. Andy's still got a vote, and on a tribe of 5, every vote counts. And even if he's not voting with you, convince him to not vote for you.
Yeah, that's it.
She choked. She choked.
Tribe of 5 with only 4 votes because she had no vote. So it's like, you use all your options. She just seemed a little bit unworkable, which is not a good place to be.
Yeah. Okay. Now, here is my favorite part of every episode. This is Buckle's buff of the week. This is the exciting part, and I'm excited to give this because I think I've only given 3 buffs out so far this season, and 2 of them have been to Sam. Unfortunately, out of 4, 3 of them are going to Sam. Sam's getting it, and Sam is good. He's got it. He's got it. This was the right decision for him. I think he's gotten a few friends a little bit. He was good at the journey, at the sanctuary. He definitely convinced his power couple partner to go outside of her best interests and to go with his plan. And he's going into the merge with Andy. He's going definitely with Sierra. Like, she's locked to him. They're well and truly together. So he won the vote at the end of the day. So yeah, it's genuinely it. I think he's in trouble next week. I'm not saying this helps him for next week, but this week he killed it.
I think you got a bit of a man crush on Sam there, mate. I think it's 3 out of 4 bucks.
It's Sam's. It's Sam's. Sam Carlin. Have you seen how beautiful Sam Carlin is? It must be just a Sam Green. Holy shit. The best people are Sam's. I'm sorry. Fuck you, mate.
Wow, there's more than one Sam in the world. Who would have thought?
Dude, I got a few Sam crushes.
Okay. If he was your winner pick, I would start raising some questions. Like, are you just trying to award him?
No,
I know he's not. That's why.
I genuinely think he's killing it. I think he has killed it up until next week. Through his pre-merge, Sam killed it. Next week,
had a good pre-merge.
Next week, I don't see myself giving him his buff unless he like pulls something out of his ass.
Yeah, well, let's not say things we don't. He might do something special. Who knows? He's a good player. He's obviously a good player. But yeah. I didn't give him my buff this week. It was a tough week because no one really stood out from any of the tribes. No one really did that much. I think this vote was sort of set up like 3 weeks ago, so it's hard. It was. I've gone with Andy. The
character.
No, I think the move benefits him, obviously. I think, Sam and Sierra blatantly lie to Rachel and Annika, whereas Andy sort of placates them, which is different, especially when you're on the bottom. You don't cop as much heat for the betrayal, whereas Sam and Sierra will cop the heat from Rachel. I don't think Andy will. So it's a better move for him. And I just think the way he narrates that scene of I'm doing this, they're going to tell me this, and it happens exactly how he says it, and that just shows like there is a player inside there that we've been talking about for the last few weeks, and I think it's sort of time that he earned a buff, and it was in a week devoid of much good gameplay, he was pretty good, I guess. Maybe not the challenge, but it was all right. So Andy gets the buff.
Look, I think Andy definitely needs a buff before the end of the season, and this might be the only buff he gets. So,
well,
is he getting the dodo edit or is he getting the retribution edit? Like, what edit is he getting? It's jumping between the two.
Yeah, every time he's on the screen, he does a confessional and he's talking himself up. I can't take him seriously at all. I just think he's delusional, but he's doing like that narrated scene like he wasn't delusional. He got it correct. So maybe he's a great player. Who knows? Like, I love it. I'm here for it. I love Andy. I love Andy.
I love Andy. I love Andy. Fuck yeah, Andy. I almost wore a yellow shirt for Andy, like, and wore my hair like his. He is awesome. I love Andy. I feel like all I'm hearing from you is he's getting the character buff. Not really.
That is not why he's getting the buff. That is not why he's getting the buff.
That is. That's
I gave my reasoning. It was fair.
No, it was good. It was good reasoning.
He comes out of it better than Sam.
He does. Okay, well, Andy jumps up with equal third place with Rachel and someone else.
Teeny.
And Teeny.
One buff.
Thank you. On one buff apiece. On two buffs, we have Rome and Genevieve. And we have the outstanding outside winner, Sam, on three buffs. Yeehaw.
Starting to take a bit of shake the leaderboard.
They're all from me.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, it's I guess Sam on top, Rome and Genevieve under it. That's sort of the main. I mean, Genevieve's not main character. She had a great episode. So
Teeny, Rachel, and Andy. Look, they're pretty much the biggest players, other than maybe like Soul. Oh, we haven't got not a single person up there from Tuku yet.
Well, they haven't really had an episode.
Where's Sue? Sue's big move.
Yeah, maybe it's coming. So.
No.
Yeah, Tuku will have their time to shine. Like when you don't get many tribal councils pre-merge, it's very hard to be the standouts. So they'll have a moment in the sun, surely.
Yeah, all good. Anyway, that's it for Buckles Buff of the Week. And Mac, what do you got going on?
Lots going on this weekend. It's Sydney Derby. A-League starts. I'm going to Sydney Derby Saturday. Wearing my Ryan Grant shirt for those who knows who that is. So that's cool. I got a birthday at Narrabeen in the morning. Headed to Parramatta for the day. It's a huge day. And that's about it for the weekend. What about yourself, Bucks? You got much happening?
Absolutely nothing happening. Cricket for me starts this weekend.
Oh, wow.
I am.
You want Sam?
Yeah, I do want Sam. No, so my social battery is completely done. I have been away from home way too much this year. I am staying home pretty much every weekend other than 2 for the rest of the year. I've just cancelled all my fucking plans. I'm just done. I'm 33 and I got to remember it.
Yeah, can't do it anymore, mate.
I can't do it anymore.
The glory days are over.
The glory days. I'll try again next year, but this year I'm calming it down. So cricket on a Saturday, relaxing on a Sunday. That is going to be my life indefinitely.
Beautiful. Nice.
Yeah, so, but what we do have is we have our socials. Let's talk about our socials. Hit us up on Facebook at Pups Blindsides and Banter. Hit us on Instagram at Survivor_3BS. Get us on Twitter or X at Survivor3BS. Of course, TikTok at Pups Blindsides and Banter. And YouTube, where this episode will hopefully be, at Pups Blindsides and Banter. I've been Mac. He's been Buckles. I'm confused. And so's this merge going to be. Is this the best season
too late
ever?
for you, mate.
See you, boys.